Hello, everybody, and welcome to Hatha Yoga with your host, Michael Dinney. We'll need a yoga strap. If you have 2 yoga blocks, awesome. If you don't have a strap, you could actually grab a tea towel or a belt, something with a bit of give so you can try and tear it apart with your hands or wrap it around your foot. And so we'll start off in a comfortable sitting position. Simple cross leg will do. And take a moment to connect in with your breath. If cross legs doesn't work, you can have your pelvis elevated on a yoga block or a cushion, or you can have your legs straight out to the sides. And start to feel the breath. Feel the exhale breath. Notice the exhale flow down. And then as you breathe in, think of breathing into the belly and letting that belly breath radiate outwards in all directions, 3-dimensional. So it goes laterally out to the belly and ribs. It goes up to the heart, through the back body, through the low ribs, kidneys. Maybe you can even feel the breath between your shoulder blades. We'll do a breathing exercise to help control the breath a little bit more. So right hand up, tuck your index finger and middle finger into your palm, and then place the thumb over the right nostril, pulling the skin down to close it. Then the little finger and ring finger over the left nostril. Just barely open the left nostril. So we pull the skin down a little. Now take an inhale through the left to the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, fill up all the way to the chest. 1, hold your breath, switch sides, opening right nostril. Exhale to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Follow it all the way out. And keeping the right side open, inhale. Hold the breath, switch sides. Throat is totally relaxed this whole time. Left side, exhale. Draw in the low belly a little bit. Left side, inhale. Pelvic floor pulls up. And hold at the top, switch sides. Right side, exhale. Throat relaxed, nostril partially open. And continue a few more at your own pace. Switching sides for the exhales. So think of lifting the pelvic floor on the inhale. It's really easy to lose it there, so it's good to consciously focus on that lift. Traditional image is imagine a candle flame lifting up through the center. Or imagine drawing a bright light up through the center of the spine, the central axis. And feel free to exaggerate the exhales a little bit longer than the inhales, just to make sure that you're fully empty. This will help to activate those pelvic floor and low belly connections. Remember, it's an upward lift we're trying to work with. Last cycle. Finish with an exhale. And then lowering your hand. Ujjayi breathing, soft ocean breath through both nostrils. And try to continue slowing your breath just like you did. But now we have this little bit of tension in the back of the throat to slow the breath. Partial closing of the glottis. Helps to have your tongue behind your top teeth. And opening the eyes, bring the backs of the hands together. Little circles in the wrists. Curling your hands into fists as you circle them. And then bring your hands behind you. Your hands could face out to the sides. Bend your knees, placing the feet on the floor about hip width, just a little in front of the sit bones. Puff up your chest as much as you can. And then exhale, knees to the left side. Inhale across center. Exhale to the right side. And continue alternating. And then we'll come back to the center. And take the hands forward for table. Knees below hips. Pressing into your hands, stay strong through the upper palm and the lower palm. And as we push into the hands, spread the shoulder blades apart. At the same time, pull your hands towards your knees. So now we're activating these muscles underneath the armpits. Take a breath in to come forward a little bit. See how far past your wrists you can go comfortably. And then as you exhale, sit back towards your feet. Inhale, come forward. Feel free to take the hands further forward as an option. And then exhale, sitting back. And repeat that, a few more vinyasas, moving on your breath. Smooth ocean breath. Last one. Exhale to go back in space. Take the hands a little bit further forward and engage your core. And then pause, keeping the arms straight. We'll hang out in puppy stretch. So think of drawing back through the hips and yet engaging the core to lift the pubic bone and draw the front ribs in. So this can create a softening quality across the low back. And from that softness in the low back, see if you can send your breath there. The diaphragm gently works against the contraction of the abdominal wall so that diaphragmatic breathing becomes lower back breathing. You might even feel the breath flowing up between the shoulder blades and into the heart. Three more breaths. Last one. And with the core strong, walk the hands in towards your knees. And then sit back onto the heels for a toe squat. Circle the wrists again, pressing the backs of the hands into each other. And then take the hands forward. Table pose. So strong in the core, push into your hands, drawing the front ribs in again, spreading the shoulder blades, while also making an effort to draw the shoulders away from the ears. And then bring your left knee out to the side and make some big circles with the left hip while trying to stabilize the rest of the body. And change directions, same leg. Notice your core firing up. Maybe you can feel various muscles around the buttocks firing up in both legs. Helps to consciously contract them. Back to table, switch sides. So right leg out, big circles in the right hip, stabilizing the rest of the body as best as you can. And change directions. And then come back to table position. Bring the hands more forward, and we'll lower to the floor, giving the wrists a break. Come onto your forearms for sphinx pose. So you can bring the elbows a little bit past your shoulders, resting on your forearms, and then plant the palms gently into the floor. Start to pull back a little bit with your hands and breathe. And you can try completely relaxing the belly. See if you can feel it expanding against the floor as you breathe in. And then try gently pressing your hips into the floor and take some more breath. So if you did that, your belly automatically tensed a little bit by pressing the pelvis into the ground. It's a gentle tension that can be hard to sense, but it's just enough to give more space and comfort to the lower back. And that might even work with the pelvic floor. Upward lift. A few more breaths. One more breath. Exhale, come down. Take the hands out wider. So I'm going to take my hands as wide as the mat, even a little wider than that. And then loop the shoulders up to the ears on an inhale. Lift through the heart. Exhale, down slow, to your own comfortable degree. If that's uncomfortable, instead you can lift the hands on the inhale. And exhale down. Inhale, lift the shoulders, and then the heart. Exhale down. So we're trying to awaken the upper back on the inhale, and then lift the heart, and the head is the last thing to come up. Feel free to explore. Keep the face soft, jaw relaxed. And next exhale, come all the way down. Hands by low ribs, cobra pose. Inhale, pull back. And exhale, using your core, press back to puppy stretch, sitting back towards the heels. From there, we'll bring the forearms to the floor, pressing into your forearms, about parallel. Tuck your toes, lift your knees, and then explore pushing the hips back, and slowly come forward, shoulders over elbows. Again, send the hips back, bend the knees, and come forwards a little bit. A few more to go. This is a variation of dolphin pose as the hips push back. I like to call it forearm frog because the legs are bending like frog legs out to the sides. Then we'll bring the shoulders over the elbows, press through the arms. With an exhale, bring your left knee towards your left arm. Inhale, return. Exhale, right knee towards right arm. Inhale, return. A few more each side. Use the exhale. Oh, this is getting hard. Take a break anytime. And then we'll sit back. Rest back on your heels, toe squat. Roll your shoulders up and back, hands at the waist. And then come back to table position, knees on the floor this time. Take a breath in. As you exhale, wag your hips over to the left and look over the left shoulder. Right shoulder up to the ear. Take a few breaths there. Lengthening right side body. And then inhale, center. Other side, exhale, hips out to the right. Look over your right shoulder. So we can draw the right shoulder back, left shoulder forward, lengthening left side body. Inhale back to center, and then go a little quicker, moving on the breath. Exhale left, inhale center, and exhale right. Continue at your own pace. And I believe this is actually a variation of cow pose, but nothing to be offended by. Cows are considered holy animals in India. So it's actually a great compliment to be called a cow. Did I really just say that? All right. Take the hands forward. Tuck the toes under, and then push your hips back, and we'll move into ragdoll. Walk your hands towards your feet. You can bend your knees even more, and hold on to opposite elbows. Sweet Mother Mary, holy cow. There's an ice cream shop called Sweet Jesus. It's funny the things that we use to curse. So bending the knees now, let go of your elbows, tuck your chin, and then very slowly over a few breaths, roll up through the vertebra. And then when you get to standing, roll your shoulders up and back. And then take your yoga strap or tea towel or belt, whatever you have available to you. And we'll take the strap into the hands. Mine's a little bit long, so I'm going to take it about shoulder width or so, a little bit wider. And then try to tear the mat apart with your hands. With an inhale, lift the arms up to the sky. Try to keep the arms straight. And then exhale, bring it down. Again, inhale, lift the arms, shoulder blades spreading. And exhale down. Extra challenge, hands closer. Inhale, keep the elbows straight. Try to pull the band apart. Exhale, arms forward. Again, inhale, arms up. And exhale, arms forward. That last one. Now hold the strap as loosely as you can. Use the full length. Mine's, again, way a little bit too long, so I'm going to shorten mine just a little bit, but it's still pretty long, almost as long as one of my legs. And then with an inhale, we'll bring the arms up. This time on the exhale, lift your pubic bone, tensioning the core, and bring the arms behind you. You can also tension the pelvic floor, the hamstrings, and the glutes. They all work on the same pattern in the body. Inhale to reach up. And then exhale. As the band comes behind you, you can explore retracting the shoulder blades more. And then inhale, reaching up. If it's difficult, loosen it up a little. Exhale down. Try to keep the arms straight. A few more to go. If you're not feeling much, you might take the strap a little bit shorter and try again. Oh, a little too short. And then find that sweet spot where there's an openness across the chest. Retract the scapula and try to rotate your shoulders in a little bit. And as you retract the scapula, imagine trying to tear the strap apart. A few more breaths. Then relax your arms down for a moment. You can bring the hands closer to each other or keep them shoulder width. It's up to you. Bend your knees with the feet hip width, and then roll the shoulders up and back. Take a breath in to pull through the arms, open your chest. Exhale, bowing in, bend your knees, belly towards the thighs. Pull through the arms and breathe. Retract the scapula while turning the shoulders in. And try tearing the strap apart. One more breath. Exhale, bend your knees. Inhale, come up. And exhale, relax. We'll set the strap aside. And then take a moment to connect in with the feet in mountain pose. So you can place your feet near the front of the mat, about hip width apart. I'm going to fix a little piece on my mic here. Okay, that's good enough. Okay, feet hip width. And then reaching the arms forward, inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, spread the shoulder blades. Inhale, come up, relax your arms down. Exhale, reach forwards, bend your knees. Inhale, come up. Exhale, core strong, strong buttocks. Repeat a few more times. Inhale up, standing tall. Exhale, shoulder blades spreading as we bend those knees. Consciously engage the buttocks to come up. Engage the buttocks to go down. It helps to think of letting the knees go slightly outwards just to prevent collapsing in. Some people like to do it with the legs more parallel neutral. I find I'm naturally a more turned outward person, so more of an extrovert. Just kidding. I don't really believe those labels exist. All right, let's come back to standing. And take a moment to feel the residue. Feel the breath. Okay, next challenge. Really good stuff for the feet. So lean forward, lift your heels, and then very slowly bring them down. Feel free to use a support. So if this is too much, you could have a wall just beside you, holding onto it with one hand, just to help with the balance. It's really good strengthening for the arches of the feet. Toes spreading, heels lifting. Good, about 5 more. So if you'd like an extra challenge, this is quite difficult. You can bend the knees with the arms forward and do the same thing. Woo. 3 more to go. Last one. And then we'll meet back in mountain pose. Now spread your toes wide apart. And with an inhalation, spread the arms out like wings. Then as you exhale, come back to mountain pose, arms at sides. Slow inhale, spread the arms. And exhale, slowly come back down. Try keeping the head neutral, ears back over the shoulders. Again, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, spread. And then let your shoulders lift. Shoulders up. Exhale. Good. Second variation. Inhale, reach straight ahead. Then as you exhale, turn the palms down, lower the arms slowly. Inhale, reaching forwards and up, shoulder blades spread and then lift. Exhale, turn the palms away from each other, arms at sides slowly. 3 more to go at your own pace. And then we'll take that through a full sun salutation. So feet about hip width or so. Inhale, reach up in your preferred method. Exhale, bend your knees to fold forward. Your hands can come down to your shins, to the floor, or to yoga blocks. Inhale, lift the head. Step your right foot back to a lunge. And then exhale to downward facing dog. Push out through your hands. Inhale, plank, shoulders forward over the wrist. Exhale, table position. You can either stay there or lower the hips down. Inhale, little back bend, cobra pose, or back bending from table. And exhale from the core, downward facing dog or puppy dog. Stay for a few breaths. Feel the breath. And one more breath. And exhale, look forwards. Right foot forward to a lunge. Inhale. Exhale, lean back, half split. Inhale, right foot lunging again. Exhale, left foot steps forward. Feet hip width or wider. Inhale, lift your heart halfway. Exhale, fold, head towards knees. Inhale, rise up with heavy heels, strong buttocks. Exhale, arms at sides, mountain pose. And a full breath cycle to relax. Inhale, lift the arms. And exhale, fold forward, hands to shins or the floor. Left foot steps back on the inhale, lunging. Exhale, downward facing dog or table position. Inhale, come forward, shoulders over the hands. Exhale, lower the knees, down slowly. Back bend of choice, inhale. Exhale from the core, puppy stretch or down dog. And hang out for a few breaths again. Next exhale, look forwards. Inhale, left foot forward to a lunge. Exhale, lean back, half split. Try to straighten that left leg. Inhale, lunging again. And then right foot forward, exhale. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, fold, head to knees. Inhale, rise up, lift the arms. Use the strength of the glutes. Exhale, arms at sides, mountain pose. Resting breath in. And resting breath out. And again. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, right foot steps back to lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, table or lower knees and hips. Inhale, back bending. Exhale from the core, down dog. And breathe. And that's one breath already. Regulate your breathing. 2. And exhale, 3. Look forward. Right foot to a lunge. Inhale. Lower the back knee. Exhale, half split. Lean back. Inhale, lunging. Bend the front knee. Exhale, left foot forward, squatting. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold, bow in. Bend your knees, strong in the buttocks. Rise up through the inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, arms at sides, mountain pose. And again, take a resting breath. A little hot under these lights. Resting breath out. Again, inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, left foot steps back to lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank or table. Exhale, lower to the floor or stay in table to modify again. Back bend of choice, inhale. Strong core, exhale, downward dog or puppy dog. 3 breaths. Slow breath in. Breathing through the nose. Slow breath out. 1. 2. And 3, look forwards. Left foot forward to lunge. Inhale. Lower the back knee. Exhale, half split. Straighten the front leg as much as you can. Inhale. Bend the front knee, lunging. And planting that heel. Exhale, right foot forward. Squatting position. Lift the heart halfway. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Bending your knees even more. Strong buttocks. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, arms at sides. And full resting breath. We'll do one more each leg with some new additions. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, bend the knees, fold. Inhale, right foot steps back, lunging. Option to lower. Down dog, exhale. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower knees, hips. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, strong core, downward dog. 3 breaths again. Feel free to bend your knees on or off the floor. 1. 2. And 3, look forwards. Inhale, right foot forward to lunge. Lower your back knee. Exhale, half split position. And then we'll play with it. So come back to lunge on the inhale. And then return to half split. Exhale. Moving on your breath. So your right hand could be inside or outside the foot. You could have yoga blocks under your hands as an option. A few more vinyasas. Moving dynamically. And next, exhale, lean back. Try to straighten the right leg as much as you can comfortably. And we'll hang out there, 5 breaths. You could be bowing inside the leg. Or if you have your hand outside the foot, you can try bowing directly over the leg, which simply turns the pelvis a little bit. So the leg goes closer to the midline if you were to bow your heart over the leg. And for myself, I find that bowing directly over the leg and turning the hip out a little bit positions the thigh bone in such a way that I get a really nice stretch through the outer hip muscles, muscles that are often quite tense. Good, one more breath. And bring the hands back to the two sides of the mat. Inhale, bend your right knee, lunging. Exhale, use your core. You can bring your right forearm to your thigh. Think of lifting the pubic bone, looking at the belly button. From there, option to reach the arms up on an inhale. Keep a slight tuck of the chin, strong core, and breathe. All the while engaging the buttocks to press that left hip forward and draw the right hip back. And then exhale, take the hands down. Left foot steps forward, inhale. Exhale, fold head to knees. Inhale, squatting, lift the arms, come all the way to standing. Exhale, mountain pose, arms at sides. And take a moment to feel the residue. And then left side. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, folding, bend the knees, hands down. Left foot steps back on the inhale, lunging. Exhale, downward dog or table. Inhale, roll forward, shoulders over the wrists. Exhale, down slow, knees, option to lower the pelvis. Inhale, cobra pose, pull through. Exhale, from the core, downward facing dog, 3 breaths. This is our last one. 1. 2. And 3, look forwards. Inhale, left foot outside the hand, lunging. And exhale, lean back, half split. And repeat. Inhale, bending your knee. Feel free to adjust the position a bit. And as you exhale, lean back, attempting to straighten that leg. Flow on the breath. Keep on going. Dynamic movement is really great for awakening new muscular connections in the body. So we have the muscle to support that flexibility. Every movement takes a bit of muscle. And as we explore that range, we find out where the cobwebs are, and then hold the posture, digging into a cobweb. So try to straighten the leg, contracting quadriceps. You can flex toes to shin as well to get more into the calf. Heart can stay lifted or folded over the leg, your choice. Breathe deep. And then inhale, lift the heart, bend that knee, coming into a lunge. Feet are hip width or wider. Exhale, forearm to thigh, tension your core. So think of really drawing those front ribs in. You can press your right hip forward with buttock power while pulling the left heel back. And then from there you might explore bending the front knee even more. Inhale, lift the arms, reach back, and breathe. Keep pressing that right hip forward. Use your core to help support the low back. Open the arms as much as you can. And next exhale, take the hands down. Inhale, right foot steps forward, squatting. Malasana. Exhale, sit a little bit lower. We'll hang out in the squatting position. So I recommend having the feet turned out and then press your knees out. Externally rotating and abducting the hips. This uses the buttock muscles really well. So you can hang out with that and then bring your fists together. As you exhale, go onto the outer edge of your right foot, engaging that buttock. Inhale, center. Let's repeat that. Exhale, push onto the outer edge of the foot, flex toes to shin. Inhale, center. So initiate from the hip using those buttock muscles. A couple more vinyasas, 2 more to go. Helps to flex your toe to your shin, engaging those muscles on the front of the shin. And then we'll pause there, pressing that left arm against the inside of the left leg. Reach the right arm up by the ear, and then back behind you. Trace the horizon, go up, and then back. Big circles in that right shoulder. And then reaching up by the ear, pause there. Maybe you feel a nice stretch in your right side body. We'll take 3 breaths. Try to lift your heart, strong in the core still. And relax down. Other side. So with the hands together, exhale, press your left knee out, engaging the buttock. Try going onto the outer edge of that foot, toes flexing to shin. Inhale, lower the foot, repeating that 5 times. Going outwards and then back to neutral. 3 more. Use the exhale. Exhale to open. And then opening as much as you can. Reach that left arm forwards and back. Big circles through the left shoulder. Feel free to change directions. And then we'll reach that left arm by the ear and hold for 3 more breaths. Strong in both buttocks. Turning left chest open. And then come back to the center. Bring the legs out in front. Then we'll cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Lift the heart as much as you can. I'll give you a side profile. Hands are just behind you. You can either have the hands aiming out to the sides, or you can aim them more towards your pelvis. Roll the shoulders up and back, lifting the heart. And then actively press your right thigh forwards towards the front of the mat. Option 1, stay here, opening the chest, squeezing between shoulder blades while rooting the index finger knuckle. Option 2, 3 vinyasas. Exhale, engage the buttock, lift the hips. Inhale, down slow. Exhale, lift again, heavy on that left heel. Inhale to lower. Last one, exhale, lifting. And inhale, lowering down. Now we'll take the right foot to the floor, setting up for a spinal twist, half Lord of the Fishes. So right leg is on top. Take your left hand to that right knee, right fingers behind you, and then twist, gazing over your right shoulder. And if there's more room to explore, you might try bringing your left arm outside of the right thigh. Naturally, the right sitting bone will tend to come up as we squeeze the leg in towards the belly. So once you're in that pose, the counteraction is aiming the right buttock down by pressing the thigh out against the arm. And there's always some kind of opposition like that in any yoga posture. There's usually quite a few. Every joint in the body. And then inhale, back to center. Exhale, release. Take your right foot out in front and place a strap around the ball of the right foot. Hold the strap fairly loosely. Lift your heart as much as you can. And then straighten that right leg as much as you can once the heart is lifted. Try pushing your foot out into the strap. Find the opposition of pulling back with the arms while pressing out through the foot. And breathe. So your leg might be closer to the floor. Lift your heart. Try to straighten the leg as you lift. Now for the fun part. So let go of the strap, keep the leg up, keep your heart up. There it is. And then lift and lower the leg while keeping the spine as stable and still as you can. 5 times. That's 2, 3, 4, 4.5. Just kidding. That's 5. Release. That was a doozy. Let's do the other side. So starting with the right ankle over the left thigh. Wait a minute. Left ankle over the right thigh. That's why I only teach like 3 pose sequences. So we can turn the hands out to the sides, or you can even flip them around so the toes aim towards the pelvis. That'll challenge the range a little more. Loop the shoulders up and back, lift the heart, squeeze the shoulder blades, 3 breaths. Now 3 vinyasa, these are optional. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, plant the right foot, lift the hips, inhale, come down. Again, exhale, lifting. Inhale, come down, last one. Exhale, lifting. Inhale, lower, very good. And then bring your left foot off to the right side, half Lord of the Fishes twist. Help your right heel closer to that left hip. And we can take our left hand behind us for support, right arm holding the leg. Maybe it's the hand, maybe it's the entire upper arm bone that comes outside. Take a breath in, lifting your heart, and exhale, twist. And then turn on the pose to the opposition of pressing that arm and leg against each other, steering the left sitting bone towards the floor, using your buttock power. Inhale back to center. And exhale, take hold of the strap around your left foot. Lean back 45 degrees. Good. So lift your heart, the pelvic floor and lower abdomen work together, drawing in the low belly as we lengthen through the crown. Then lift the leg as high as you can, pull back on the strap, resist it by pushing out through the ball of the foot, and breathe. Gazing towards the big toe. Really upright, regal posture. And then inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, keep the leg as is. Release the strap. Lift and lower dynamically. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Very good. And then letting go. We'll bring the right leg out in front. Janu sirsasana, head beyond the knee posture. So you can use your strap again. We'll take the left foot towards the inner thigh with about 90 degrees between the knees. And then naturally, our pelvis will be pulled towards the bent knee, and the sitting bone will tend to stay on the floor. So the challenge is letting your pelvis move with you. So that left sitting bone comes up. So this is called yogging, or jogging for yoga people. Doot, 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 doot. And so the left elbow comes across, the left sitting bone comes up, and that's the action that we're trying to cultivate in all of our asymmetrical postures. Notice how my right leg didn't stay still. I'm allowing my hips to move with me. So my right hip is actually going to turn out a little bit. All right, so now we'll take that left hand for the shin or the foot. You're welcome to take a yoga strap around the ball of the foot, holding it with the left hand. And then we'll take the right hand off to the side for a little bit of support. Inhale, lift the heart. You're going to turn your right hip out. Squeeze the left foot and the straight thigh against each other. Exhale, bend your left elbow a bit. Pull back on the strap. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, pull back. If you notice, I'm not really moving much. The adjustments are very subtle. And then settle into the posture. Allowing that left sitting bone to come up. Left side body can shorten. This could even be a twist for the spine as the right chest turns open to the sky and the left chest drops. And this somewhat, I wouldn't say basic technique, but this technique carries through all asymmetrical postures. So having scoliosis and some leg length differences, I found this is the only way I can practice stuff on my right side. That's my troubling side, whereas the left side doesn't really matter. As we allow that left sitting bone to come up, notice how we're also allowing the left hip to hike up, And that creates all kind of interesting contractions around the left side of the core, as well as the lower back on the left side. Very good. And then inhale, come on up. And exhale, release. We'll do the other side. So you can take the left leg out and take the right foot in. Notice how naturally the pelvis will kind of curl back a little bit with the right sitting bone on the floor. And so this is where yogging comes in. Let the hips move with you. Squeeze the legs towards each other, and then right elbow towards left leg. Left elbow comes across the other side. And this is one of my favorite alignment things I learned from Richard Freeman, yogging. It gives so much clarity on how the pelvis can move with the spine and how we can create stability around our joints within these extreme ranges of motion. So if you were going to put your leg behind your head, you'd want to make sure you knew what was going on in these poses first. All right, so we'll take that right elbow across, right sitting bone comes up a little bit, and then we can catch that strap around the ball of the foot using the right hand. Left fingers are off to that left side for support, just outside of the hip. Inhale, push off your left fingers to help lift the heart. Exhale, pull with the right arm while pressing out through the ball of the foot. You can turn your left chest open, and then keep on folding on the exhale. Re-lengthen the spine on each inhale. Gradually making smaller and smaller adjustments until they're invisible, and the pose looks totally still. With your left hip turned out a little, try to squeeze the straight leg and the right heel against each other, squeezing the inner leg line, which helps to also awaken the pelvic floor. Upward lift like a candle flame. A few more breaths. Inhale to lift the heart. Exhale, release. We'll do that on each side one more time. So you can take the right leg out, left leg in. And if you're using that strap again, go ahead and position it. I welcome you to hold the strap with both hands this time. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, let your pelvis move with you. So left elbow towards the leg, turning your right chest open. If you're looser, you can hold closer and closer to the foot until eventually you're holding the top of the foot. And then binding around the foot would be the next step. Think of aiming that left elbow down, engaging with the left side of the core, and breathe. Be where it feels right. 3 more breaths. Squeezing the inner leg line, allowing the pelvis to turn towards the right leg. Even though that left sitting bone comes up, that's actually quite good. It means your pelvis is moving. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, release the pose. Take the left hand behind you. Inhale, reach back through the right arm, lengthening side body, strengthening left side. And exhale, slowly come back. Last one on the other side. Left leg out, right leg in. Feel free to loop up that strap. And then for yogging, the right arm comes across, lifting the right sitting bone with it. Take the strap with both hands. Pull back on the inhale. And then exhale, turning left chest open. Right arm aims down. And breathe. There's always the option to keep the heart lifted instead of folding. So listen to your body. Listen to your hip joints, your low back. Find what feels right. Keep the pose active. 1 more breath. Pushing the foot and hands against each other. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, take the right hand behind you. Inhale, reach back through the left arm. Try planting the sole of the left foot and breathe. Strong in the core of the body. And exhale, coming back to sitting. Bring the legs out in front. One last forward bend, and then shavasana. So you can take the strap around both feet now. Symmetrical forward bend, the great counter pose of all things. And we'll hold the strap pretty close to the feet. You can bend your knees. Get your back as straight as possible. And then see how much you can straighten your legs. Take a breath in to pull back. And then exhale, fold to your own comfortable degree. That may involve walking the hands further up the strap or holding the feet. And breathe. Feeling the breath in the back body. Just imagine the breath flowing from the lower back in behind the shoulder blades, all the way up through the crown of the head, lengthening the spine with each inhale. Engage the buttocks, root the heels down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, pause there. And then removing the strap, point the feet. Draw the ribs in. Reach the arms forward. Slowly laying down onto your back, vertebra by vertebra. Then make your way into relaxation. Resting arms at sides, legs wide. Take some deep, slow breath into the belly. Take as long of a rest as you can today. I'll leave you to enjoy Shavasana on your own. So thanks so much for tuning in. Hope this served you well today. And see you on the mat soon, everybody.